After months and months of waiting, we finally have some news on Subnautica 2. The game was first announced back in October of 2024. Now we have our first glimpse from the developers. This is skipping out Subnautica Below Zero, and this is the second game in the Subnautica franchise. You'll be able to immerse yourself in a new adventure with Subnautica 2, an open-world survival game from the creators of the Subnautica series, and in this one, you'll be able to play alone or with friends, as you can explore alluring biomes, discover fascinating creatures, craft tools, bases, and survive the mysterious alien world. Now, it's safe to say the first trailer that we saw, that is playing in the background, we saw some really awesome things in there. It looks a hell of a lot more vibrant. They didn't show too much of the dark, dingy, scary side of Subnautica that makes everybody feel a little bit uncomfortable. And the original game definitely had that eerie feeling, especially going out over the void or going deep into the caverns beneath the overall surface. It was a great game, and there is no reason to believe that Subnautica 2 is going to be any different. Subnautica Below Zero I did think lacked quite a bit, but this one looks so much better, and I'm really excited to get stuck in. Now, with this news, they talk about the road to early access, as the game is planning to launch into early access late 2025. So if you're a fan of Subnautica, subscribe to the channel, drop a like in the video, and stick around for much more Subnautica content. We've also got tons of other survival stuff, so if you want to see anything specific, let me know in the comments down below. We also cover a lot of RPG titles on the second channel, Space Cowboy, which is linked in the description down below in the link tree. Also follow all the socials down there for daily content. So let's have a look at what the team have had to say. Now, they released this dev letter on the 24th of April. At the time this video goes live, it's probably the 28th of April, so I am a few days late. But the team have said, "Welcome aboard, Captain. We're kicking off the road to Subnautica 2's early access with our first devlog, as well as an exciting sneak peek at some early game footage. The Subnautica 2 lead design, Anthony Gallegos, I think that's how you say it, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that there, invites you to join us on the road to early access as we share some enticing glimpses of what you can expect from the game later in 2025. So let's have a look at what the team have to say, and then we'll break it down afterwards.
Hello, I'm Anthony Gallegos, design lead on Subnautica 2, the next game in the Subnautica series. Whether you're new to Subnautica or returning for another journey with us,
welcome aboard, Captain.
We're kicking off the road to early access now, and we want you to be part of it. Just like with Subnautica and Below Zero, we'll be inviting you on a futuristic underwater survival adventure, set in an all-new mysterious alien world. The whole team believes that Subnautica 2 is shaping up to be our biggest and most ambitious Subnautica game ever, and we can't wait until you dive in. We've taken everything that we've learned from our experience on the previous games, and we've poured it into Subnautica 2. We're working with veterans of the Subnautica series, but have also brought on some new faces, so you know you'll be in good hands. But we're also ready to shake things up. For the first time, you'll have the chance to experience Subnautica 2 with your friends in co-op. But whether you choose to play solo or with friends, we hope each descent into the depths is more thrilling than ever. If that sounds awesome to you, then join us for early access later in 2025. You'll be there when we first add new vehicles, craftables, biomes, and leviathans. And you'll be able to tell us exactly what you think as we continue to develop the game alongside you. But to start our journey together, I want to pose a question to you all. What do you want to see in Subnautica 2? Let us know on our official Discord and across our social channels, and stay tuned for more updates and behind-the-scenes content as we navigate into early access.
Now that was cool. It was very short, it was less than 2 minutes, but there's a lot of detail in there, including our first look at the Leviathans and how the base building works. There was a lot of co-op in there as well as some new vehicles. So I'm very excited for this to finally come out. We don't know any news on when 2025 it's going to be releasing. I would assume back end. I don't think it's going to be summer. I don't think we're going to expect to see it any time within the next sort of 3 to 4 months. I think it will be either November, December time. But it could even get pushed back to 2026. We will just have to wait and see. Either way, though, I'm very excited. Lots of cool stuff was shown in that trailer. and we'll break it down in just a second. But what do you guys want to see from Subnautica? Let me know in the comments down below. I personally, there's a lot of cool stuff that I've seen in that trailer around the building. The building looks cool, it looks a lot more detailed than what it was beforehand. Being able to build the plinths and the stands to your actual bases looks very interesting. I do love the idea of a much more redefined building system rather than just the modular areas that we were able to build in the original games. We'll have to wait and see where they go with that. Also, the new vehicles look really interesting, and of course, if you want to play with friends, that co-op update is going to be brilliant. I'm very excited for that. I will probably be playing it solo, and I do like that the team are keeping that solo availability there. It's not being forced into the co-op. You can play on your own if you wish. It will not make any difference whatsoever to the main core gameplay. Now, on this trailer, there's some pretty cool stuff. There's not a lot of gameplay, but from the few seconds that we do see, we can tell a lot. Now, I've played the video at 0.25 speed, so it is muted, but we can also see some really cool stuff when it comes to the new enemies. Now, the clips that they show us, very, very short, very slim, which is why I've slowed it down. Now, the first one that we actually see is in a dark and dingy area. So, as you can see here, this is dark, this is dingy, there's some cool stuff down here, and then we go into sort of like a lava area, where this enemy, I'm not too sure what it is, but I do like the HUD all at the top. I think it looks quite cool at the top. I can't remember it being at the top. I'm pretty sure it was at the bottom. But it looks very simple, very simplistic, back to the roots, and I do enjoy that it's not in your face, it's not there. You can take in the beauty of the game. And then that thing, I don't know what it is. It looks like a brain and a butthole, but I'm not too sure whether they were going for that. But that's what I'm getting from it. Now, it's definitely an enemy of some sort. This looks like the enemy from, I don't know what the movie's called. I can't remember now. I think it's Life, with Ryan Reynolds, where they're in space and that weird alien thing is. It looks similar to that. And then another thing you'll notice is the scanner. The scanner looks completely different. As you can see, we've got the databank entries coming in normal, but then the scanner there, I don't know if something's going to come up on that screen when it means, oh, this is what you need to do. But looks very, very cool. I do like the idea of it. I like the little pictures that come up. The copper nodes and all the nodes and flowers look a lot more detailed. And then when you can see the building here, you've got a nook, window, half-round room, work in progress, don't bug, moon pool, interior walls, arc. There's loads and loads and loads of cool stuff there. Superconducting foundation, standard foundation, floating support, work in progress, bug, support pillars. So we are going to be able to really change how we build in this game. Just the support pillars alone, I think, are really quite cool. Whether they're, as you can see, they're just snapping everywhere and anywhere. I think there might be some form of snapping in it. I do like how the buildings look, though. They're not just square and blocky like they were before. You can add a little bit of definition to them, like the T position we see. And then the terrain looks awesome. And then, as you can see in the top right-hand corner, I don't know anything about game development, really. So this looks, though, like their map. So, last loaded region, Coral Gardens down there. It looks like it's going to be a relatively big map. I don't know what the block there is. That must be something that's a work in progress. And then further on, we see another one of those enemies that doesn't look like a butthole this time. But this thing here, as you can see, is crashing into these corals. Now, I think these things may actually attack your base. We didn't really have too many dangers or issues back when we had our home bases in the original game. So this could be a game changer. You may need to be very, very careful with what you're doing in your base, where you're building it, and how that's all going to come together. Because these things could bring it down. That's just a theory. I'm not 100% sure on whether that will work or not. And then here we see more of the features of co-op. As you can see up there, there's something that looks like it's stolen some stuff, or that's just the head. But the co-op, the bodies look really cool. Animations look awesome. Very simple. I like how they've done this. You can actually see what your other players are doing. And then the little vehicles also look really cool. Just a sort of one-man cabin. You can boost around in that. I do like that, though. That looks awesome. And I reckon that's probably going to be our first thing, rather than the sort of pull-along that you hold on to. I can't remember what that was called now. Whether we'll see that in the game, I'm not too sure. But they have said that they've learned and improved on a lot of the core features. And then we also get our first look at the Leviathan. Now, I don't know what this thing is going to be, the size of it, but it looks pretty damn beefy as it is already. So as we can see there, it's got 5 points on there, which are definitely going to strangle your ship and eat your ass. I do love the look of it. It looks absolutely insane. I cannot wait to play this game. Now what this is, I don't know. This is very strange. Some sort of farm maybe, or they're just testing. Now for the trailer, that's all they've shared with us when it comes to gameplay. There's not much else in there, so we don't have anything to do with the release date, but we've seen some pretty cool stuff in that just short 2 minutes. I don't know when they're going to be doing more of these, but they say that that is just the first one as it rode to the early access playthrough. So whether they're going to be doing this sort of monthly or not, I'm not too sure. But the game looks relatively good as it is already. Hopefully, it's going to be coming soon. I don't want it to come too soon and there be issues. And I don't really foresee that happening with the Subnautica team. The past 2 titles they released, they did really, really well. And they released extremely well when it comes to Steam reviews. Hopefully, this one is going to be the same. We'll have to wait and see, though. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. For today, we're going to wrap that one up there. Hopefully, you've all enjoyed. And if you want to see more survival stuff, let me know in the comments what you'd like to see. But now, though, I've been Wired. You've been awesome. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you in the next one.